Modern exhaustion has a specific, heavy quality. It persists through weekends and survives 8 hours of sleep, leaving the body in permanent depletion. This chart tracks the peak age of burnout over time. While it was once a mid-career crisis, the peak age has now crashed down to 25. Currently, 83% of the workforce reports being stuck in this cycle of chronic fatigue. For decades, the World Health Organization categorized this strictly as an occupational phenomenon, the result of unmanaged stress originating specifically within the workplace. Yet in 2026, this same depletion occurs during our supposed off hours. We find ourselves drained after dinner with friends, or after using the very AI tools designed to simplify our lives. Burnout has changed. It has become a chronic, systemic, psychological drain that traditional workplace definitions no longer accurately describe. The collapse of the physical office wall removed the brain's ability to compartmentalize. Without a commute to mark the end of the day, the nervous system stays locked in work mode long after the laptop closes. This chart shows the reality of workload creep. AI was marketed as a time saver, but it actually raised the output ceiling. If a tool finishes 6 tasks in half the time, the system expects 12. Economic pressure forces job hugging, keeping people in draining rules to avoid market risk. Doubled output and stagnant pay create a self-reinforcing loop of exhaustion. This pressure follows us into our personal lives. Sociologist Sherry Turkle describes this as being connected but alone, a state where technology allows us to avoid solitude without ever achieving true intimacy. Processing 200 daily notifications, maintaining a curated digital presence, chasing validation through likes and comments is its own form of labor. It keeps the social battery in constant discharge. The result is digital loneliness. While we have an unprecedented volume of connections, the shallow nature of these digital interactions fails to provide emotional depth, leaving us more isolated than before. Navigating these endless performances, both professional and digital, overloads the body's internal systems. Your nervous system is forced to remain in a state of constant readiness. We engage in masking, where we carefully micro-adjust our facial expressions and strictly monitor our tone of voice to ensure we appear productive or socially acceptable. Even in safe settings, the brain is bracing for a potential threat, consuming vast amounts of energy. Sociologist Arlie Russell Hochschild identified this as emotional labor, the exhausting effort of maintaining an artificial state of elation to satisfy a job's demands. This perpetual performance leads to a concept Karl Marx described as self-estrangement. He theorized that modern labor could alienate a person from their own essence, turning their identity into an object to be managed. Sociologist Melvin Seaman later expanded on this, noting that when you are forced to conform to society's expectations in every aspect of your life, from your LinkedIn profile to your Instagram stories, you detach from your authentic self. Because your survival in the year 2026 depends on maintaining these curated roles, your authentic identity begins to recede. You feel drained because you have become alienated from your own emotions. You are no longer experiencing your life, you are performing it. Superficial wellness tactics like a day off or a meditation app will not fix this. When a problem is structural, the solution must be structural as well. You cannot sleep your way out of a chronically overtaxed nervous system. Real recovery requires more than just passive rest. The antidote is a deliberate reclaiming of personal boundaries to break the cycle of capacity inflation. The joy of missing out, JOMO, is an active biological defense. It is the practice of prioritizing your own well-being over the social pressure to be seen or active. Look at the distribution in this pie chart. If AI tools save you 2 hours of work, those hours must be moved directly into a protected recovery category. This means silencing notifications and skipping the performative events that offer no genuine joy. When these boundaries are set, the word no becomes a tool for survival. Rejecting the pressure to constantly do more is a deliberate act of self-preservation in an always-on world. Embracing JOMO and setting boundaries is the only way out of the loop. It quiets external noise, finally reclaiming your true self.